Hi there, Z here, and I want to talk about something before I go on to my next project, kind of doing all the editing, capturing footage and whatnot. And it's something that I want to talk about when it first happened because it was really boiling my blood, but then at the same time I'm like, I should probably finish what I'm doing right now before going on to something else. So I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do it now before I get headfirst into something else, and that is something that has recently happened, which is somebody was playing the most recent game, kind of Dark Soulsian game, which is Shakira? I don't know what it is. It was a game I wanted to buy if I had $60, even though the Dark Souls games are not something I'm really great at. I do like the idea of fighting things that you are severely under-leveled to fight at the beginning and then slowly getting better by learning their fight patterns and everything. I get the idea. I don't know why I'm so bad at them. But there was recently a controversy? It was a debate, maybe? I don't know. This kind of shit happened back when Cuphead came out, and that was, should gamers just feel like they're so entitled because games are a little bit too hard for us journalists or anyone else who's playing it? I'm not just going to go straight to journalists, but anybody, because there's a ton of people out there that are like that. I wish I would play Dark Souls, but man, I wish if it could be 90% easier to play. Actually, if I could just push a button and kill an enemy and then go on to the next enemy and push one button and kill him, I would love to do that. I wonder how I'm going to do. Oh, hacks! I'm going to hack! I'm going to hack and I'm going to cheat my way into getting victory. And you know what? I get it. I'm not happy about it, but I get it. Like I said, I've played Dark Souls before. I love Dark Souls because Dark Souls has an atmosphere that just sucks you off. It's so good. It's so dark and just dreary, and the monsters are really fucking cool to look at. I can't get to the cooler looking monsters because I can't get past the fucking beginning. It's like I spent 2 hours and I barely get anywhere into the game. It's like, I just need to leave. This game's obviously not for me. And you know what I say when this game's not for me? I either say, if it's under 2 hours, I'm going to return it. Or what I do most of the time is, I'm going to see what I can do later on. I got other games to do. I got reviews to make. I got, work to do. I'll just come back to this at another time, which is what most gamers do. And yes, I am going to go to that point to say where most gamers do, because that's really what it is. It really boils down to the whole, if you don't know how to play a game, you either spend the time to figure out how to play the game, or you say, fuck it, abandon it, get your money back if possible, or just come back to it at another time when you have more time on your hands. I don't get it. And I understand there are people out there that mod and they actually do hacking, and they don't do it because they can't beat the game. They do it because, it's fun to fuck around with the game. It's fun to make everybody naked and you shoot dildos instead of bullets. Fair enough. That is a fine reason to hack or mod or do anything else like that. But if you're a man who just can't fucking do it, or woman, who just can't do it, who just can't put the time in, can't be fucked to even try. And I get a lot of people just, it's too hard though. It gets too hard and I spend too much time on one boss and it has like 18 stages, and then I just by the 14th stage, I just turn on hacks, and then that way I don't have to worry about wasting the extra 10 to 15 minutes. Fine. Then you are a gaping pussy, okay? Massive gaping pussy is all I gotta say. That's all I'm going to say. Because you have the right to hack whatever you want. It's your game. You have the right to do what you want for whatever reason. I have the right to criticize you. And I'm going to call you, for the third time, a massive gaping pussy. Because if you can't beat a game, fine. Don't play the game anymore. Do whatever you want, okay? Beating the game on false premises, and I don't want to get into that whole copy pasta thing where you earn nothing. You've earned nothing, you felt nothing. Yeah, that's been done to the dirt. I get it. And that's really the whole thing. There's no debate about it. There's a lot of people who are doing, debates. It's like, why? You could do whatever the hell you want. Just criticize the other person. Make fun of them for doing it. Then get into an online spat. Somebody leaves, that's fine. There we go. That's the internet right there. If you want to cheat your way to the top, I had the perfect chance to do this recently. I was recently replaying StarCraft 2 because I played the campaign on the first one, when the Terran campaign that came out. It was fine. The second one came out, the third one came out, and I completely passed through them. Either I was too busy doing other things, or I had other games to play. I don't really know. But I'm like, I bought them all. I might as well play them all. I played the second one recently, and I played it on like the hardest difficulty, simply for the fact that that's my shit. I'm not good at the game, but I love playing the game. It's my childhood. I literally spent hundreds of hours on that when I was younger. Like it was StarCraft or a lot of the really, really old DDoS games that I still had on my computer. It was one of those two because I loved the game. Now, looking at it subjectively, it might not have been as good story-wise as I thought, because the Terran campaign was fine, but the Zerg one was just awful. I did not like it. I'm still in the middle of playing the Protoss campaign. So anyways, doesn't matter. I would play it on either hard or expert or whatever they call it, the one right above it, and I could have gone through it that entire way. I played the first 3 or 4 missions of the Zerg campaign just doing expert or hardened mode, because I'm like, I need to feel like I'm doing something here, and I refuse to go on easy mode. And then after a while, it's just like, I just kind of want to know what's happening later on. So I knocked down the difficulty. If I could knock down the difficulty, guess what? I still would have plugged forward. Sure, it would have sucked. Sure, it would have taken a lot longer, but you know what would have felt way better? That feeling you get when you actually pass a part that you've been fucking stuck on forever. I could get into a whole nother conversation about casual gamers trying to go into the hardcore, and yeah, I am going to be a little bit elitist here, okay? I know a lot of people are too afraid of that, like, oh, you play mobile games? Well, of course you could play Dark Souls if you really wanted to. Slugger, champ, you could definitely do that. No, I won't. There's a lot of people who could. But guess what? If you play fucking mobile games and really, I'm just trying to think of, like, it's like someone playing a building simulator, or someone playing like Civ 6 and then coming over to like Dark Souls, and then they're like, this is too fast paced. I don't understand. Is there an easier way? Is there easier? No, there's not easier. There is none. I mean, unless you want to cheat, which you could cheat. But the thing is, they're known for being this hardcore game. And I, as a person, know that they're going to be this hardcore game. I know not everyone's like me. I know not everyone has kept up to date with the so hard it's Dark Souls-esque. I get it. It's been done to death, but I get why people say that. But I get it. I know those type of games. I know that they're not for me. I wanted to buy Sekiro. I'm just gonna say Sekiro because I can't remember what it's actually called. I wanted to buy it. Don't have the money to buy it. If I had the money, I would have bought that because it looked interesting. But I probably would either A, still be playing it right now, or I would have given up on it and continue to do other things. It's the way that it is. I'm not forcing any developers to say, why don't you have an easy option? Why can't you just make it a little bit easier for us? No, the developer should have the right to just say, okay, fuck off to another game then. No, we're not going to make it easier for you. This is a hard game. It's hard as nails. You need to be hard as nails to get through it. Well, come on, isn't that really unfair? What if I want to play your game because of the interesting story? The story is like 30% of the game. 70% of the time, it's you getting fucked in the ass by some weird creature. If you don't want to get fucked in the ass by some weird creature, then don't buy the game. Watch a YouTube video if you want to know the story. Easy peasy. You don't have to spend $60. And you can watch someone else get pissed off while they play the game. You can get the story, and everything is hunky-dory. But no, things aren't going your way, so of course, motherfuckers have to complain and do stories and all this stupid shit. It should be down to two sides. I want to use hacks. Okay, then I want to use hacks, and I don't really care. Fine, it's okay if you use hacks. You're a pussy. Boom. You can argue online. You can do whatever you want. It comes down to those 2 points where it's just like, fine, if you want to do it, free internet. It's yours. You bought your $60 worth. It's yours to do. I'm just going to make fun of you. And that should be, everybody should be happy by then. I mean, the two people who are arguing are probably going to be super angry at each other, but fuck it. You can't please everyone all the time. Fuck them, right? All right, better. I'm going to get back to doing what I'm doing. I just needed to get that out because it was one of those type of things where if you lock hatred inside your heart, it causes no feelings. And I'm too happy of a guy to give no feelings, all right? Cheers, guys.